start. Here we are. Stuart, you going to talk us through this?
Yes.
Hang on, we don't have anyone quite with us yet. Come along, Jackson. I don't want to go too far away from this Wi-Fi though.
Oh, you want me?
Yeah, aren't you talking? Yeah. All right, we've got some people joining us.
Ollie tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight.
Ollie tonight.
Ollie tonight.
Yeah.
Cool, go for it.
Okay, good morning everyone. Worldwide, wherever you are, tuning in, joining us today. We are here in the middle of the beautiful Mara Triangle in the Masai Mara wider ecosystem.
Yes.
With Jackson.
Ollie tonight.
Ollie tonight. Yes, I got that one right.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure, pleasure. Thank you for hosting us. He's our expert guide here today. Has been driving us since daybreak.
Yeah, from like 5:30 this morning, and here we are.
Here we are.
In the southern west of the Mara Triangle. Yeah, near there is one of the post sort of ranges here. We call it Ngiro Are, and it's just like maybe 2-3 kilometers from the Serengeti area. It has been a very long way, and here we are.
Indeed, and this is a HerdTracker broadcast, a worldwide first, bringing you the great wildebeest migration, streaming to you live from the Masai Mara, brought to you by Kenya. We're here with Andre and Carol from HerdTracker, who are indeed tracking the herds just as we speak. As I look around now, literally thousands and thousands of wildebeest, who are, Jackson, I believe, they're actually now heading south back to the Serengeti.
That's the Serengeti.
Masai Mara,
Yes, yes.
Okay, Carl, we're going to see if we can get a little closer for our viewers there. You try and, there we go. It's quite sensitive the way we're hugging each other like this.
Yeah, don't take any pictures now. So I'm just
Jackson,
going to pan all the way around, Andre.
Okay.
maybe you can tell us a little bit about the movement of the wildebeest this year. How's been the migration?
This year it has been great. Only that we've been having this herds coming in and go back. So we haven't really got that maybe continuous process of animals. In July they came in and they went back again a little bit.
Right.
But then we have seen them again from the starting of August. They were all over the Mara, and then because of the movement of grass and land pasture and all that, that's what is making them more to move from one particular area to another, and that's why we're saying, they are going back late at the moment.
So it's very much tied to climatic conditions, the rain, precipitation, the growth of fresh grass, which is the food of the wildebeest.
Exactly.
That's what drives them in terms of their direction
In that direction.
and where they're going.
And where they're going.
And of course they can
You go
go back
this
as
way.
well, can't they?
Sometimes they do, maybe it depends. Although you've heard in the radio that there is an El Nino coming in, we're not very sure if it will be coming in the course of this week, but probably if it will start, then maybe this herd will be heading back to Tanzania side. And remember here also, the Mara Triangle is a small area whereby they come in and do all maybe the mating season, and then by January, February, they need to deliver their young ones back in the southern parts of the Serengeti area. So, and then this is more of a continuous process within the Masai Mara Serengeti ecosystem. So by February, January, then Serengeti, March, April, Central Serengeti, and then from June, July again, back into the Kenyan side, and then we say November or maybe October, November, that's when they're heading back to
They
the
return, they've gone full circle. So it's very much a year-long cycle that's
It's
continuous. It doesn't
continuous,
end.
exactly, doesn't end.
As many people know, the migration for these very dramatic river crossings, thousands of animals scrambling and struggling to get across the river where they run the gauntlet of crocodiles and then having to climb up steep banks the other side. We saw that earlier in the week up in the main reserve.
Main reserve and
Very,
main
very
crossing
dramatic.
area. Yes.
Yes.
It is very dramatic, but I can tell you, Stuart, at the moment, in those other years back, we have been seeing this dramatic thing to be very, very much interesting. The only worry we have at the moment is the Mara River, because the water level is quite low, and I think you have seen it. But when the water level is very high, it is another obstacle, of which when this animal come in, because of the level of the water, they tend to maybe come in a very long, steep areas. And whenever they jump to each other, the exit could be also another terrible thing. So you see them going up,
Challenge.
or maybe the first group crossing, and then when they're coming now in, it is wet on the other side.
Yes.
So they tend to be sliding and coming down.
Yeah, it's rocky there with
Rocky
the
and-
ungulates have got hoofs.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're here, Jackson, we're here with our hosts and beyond. We're staying at Karibu Kenya tented camp, which I must say is an absolutely fabulous location. They've really looked after us. We had a wonderful welcome yesterday evening, arriving back. We had music and a guitar to greet us as we pulled into the compound. It was fantastic and very, very comfortable lodgings. And maybe we could talk. Shall I take over the camera and we can talk a little bit about some of the kit and the setup that you guys have got?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Go for it. All right, so
So here we are. So let's start over here. This looks familiar to many people, I guess.
yeah, this is our office in the bush. So we connect with the laptop to our satellite dish, which is this fairly small.
Full unit at the back here. I'll just take you over. There we are.
I'm on top of my wallet, which is empty.
So that is sending us the signal you're seeing now pretty much comes from the smartphone which Stuart's holding right now, through the laptop to that satellite dish. Satellite dish beams it up to a satellite hovering over Central Africa and then sends it onto the internet around the world. It's fairly low res video, as you can probably tell, because it's got this high compression so that we can get it from these areas with really poor internet connectivity. And then of course to get the visuals sort of stronger and bring you closer to the herds.
Oh, we've got a question just come in. Is it better for the crossing to be in Kenya or Tanzania side as a photographer?
Both sides, if you want to really eliminate any risk of missing crossings, you got to kind of go both sides of the Mara River. Northern Serengeti combined with either the Mara Reserve or the Mara Triangle will almost guarantee you crossings.
And when you say both sides, you mean like in one trip, one safari, you do like 5 or 10 days on one side and 5 or 10 days on the other?
Absolutely, with changing weather patterns and rainfall that is kind of changing and so forth, like this year, they arrived late. Huh?
They arrived late.
So anyone that came to the Mara in July might have probably missed it. Huh?
Exactly.
There
were some few herds who came in at early July, went back, and the bigger crossing that we have seen is in August, September.
Exactly.
And now, heading the end of September, that's when we saw big herds of them crossing from the Greater Mara to the Mara Triangle, heading south to Serengeti.
And I think that really just is the whole reason for having created HerdTracker, is that there's so many outside factors: rainfall, El Nino, fires, and all sorts of outside factors. So without knowledge of that long in advance, HerdTracker tells you every single day where the herds have been and where they are likely to go, and you can plan your safari accordingly.
According to where they're heading to, and that's what we planned today, and here we are, and we've got them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. And Carol, as we had a photography-based question, and if anyone out there has got any more questions, please send them in. Just talk us through the setup you've got there.
Well, I'm on a Canon 5D at the moment, and that just gives you video functionality. And on, as Stuart would say, the 6, it's a 600mm fixed focal, stabilized lens, one of the premier lenses that Canon has built.
Oh, we've just had someone check in from the Sunshine Coast in Australia.
Wonderful.
More or less the
Aussie,
opposite
Aussie,
side
Aussie.
of where we are.
We'll
Fantastic to have
play
you.
cricket later, and we'll chat about that after we've nailed that victory. And be busy with the Rugby World Cup. We'll probably meet the Aussies in a couple of weeks in the semi-final or so. But yes, we need this lens, to. The broadcasters obviously offer a mobile device, that doesn't have the zoom that can bring the herds closer to us, and we don't want to disrupt them and drive into them and things like that. So the big 6 really helps us.
Sure.
What do you guys say we break for some breakfast, eh?
Yeah. And Beyond is looking after us, and we could do with a cup of coffee.
Right,
That would be great.
exactly.
Two quick other questions to answer. Someone's just buzzed in and said, "Is 400mm enough?"
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have a 400mm.
It's got the baby.
You can always pair that with any of the 2 converters, the 1.4, the 2 times, which will either times your focal length by 1.4 or double it. And also we were asked what camera we're using to broadcast. We are just broadcasting straight off an iPhone, a 4S? 5S rather. So here we are. Pretty much using everyday technology to bring you the great migration from the Mara Triangle.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
Great stuff, guys. Well, we'll check in again later and broadcast again when we've got something to show you.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thank you.